Yeah, I know.
And she gonna be blasting.
Can't miss it.
I got about 10 of them.
All right. Well, I want you to know, because some people complain, said, Doug, I don't see you around the place or nothing. I said, well, you know, sometimes you're just busy between the grass and the tree that fall in your yard and whatever else. You know, you're just busy. But now I get busier because my mommy in town. And so, you know, she gets all the love all the time, everything else. So if you get jealous about that, I'm sorry for you because mommy in tongue and mommy got dog back. Hopefully without a leather strap.
I don't complain because I supposed to be
you
partner
need
and
the
I
strap
don't
now.
see.
You need the strap now.
I need the strap now.
No.
No,
Hey, you
no,
know,
a bull pistol.
No,
look,
you
man,
need that.
Look, man. Behave yourself,
You need that.
man. Okay. But I gonna tell you, right? No matter how much you grow up to be your own person, when mommy open up her mouth like that and with that song in her voice, your head just spin around quick and that and you tense up real quick and it's like, what? Make sure you ain't do nothing wrong to get no licks, you know? So it is good, folks, for all the folks that are in a position where they have mommy and daddy, you know, enjoy it. For those who have lost that loved one, the capacity to enjoy the memories. It is so important that you enjoy the memories. Don't take a thing for granted. Okay, this is just, you know, what Doug said. But hey, it ain't about Doug. It's about just being wise in how you use your time here in this world. Okay, or better yet, if you want to look at it another way, their time in this world. To cherish it. So, anyhow, I have some interesting things that Mom was talking about, okay, that I will share with you later. Right now, we're going to jump into this program. So, Darby, tell us a little bit about what you have in store for us with these children.
Well, I was lucky to, I don't remember her name at all. I know she got still I see them name, so I don't really remember those names. So she loved what we're doing. She's very instrumental in what we're doing, and she come to the program. She come to our little meetings and things, and she must play a big role in this celebration here. So, cause to pick we're not a reggae band, it had to be something that she see, and she put me on the program, which we were happy to get on the program too. And so we start rehearsing. We do rehearsing almost every week, and so we ready for the show for Saturday. So we have a half an hour. So the channel will be performing there.
All right, but you know, them children got your back because they might not be a reggae band, but they got skills.
Yeah, they could play Spanish, reggae, soul, name it. They could play anything.
They got skills, so they got your back on that.
Them children good.
So they're going to deliver something nice, and everybody who come out to hear them, as well as the rest of the program. And even if you just come out to hear them, you know, you got some people who won't do that. I think you're going to get a treat, folks. All right. Now, I just want everybody to know that we're streaming on YouTube, so you can go out to Douglas Canton and see the people them in the studio and other things that we can do. And in a minute, I'm going to get my folks here on the engineering to make sure we have our stream going up for WSTX also, and we get that going for you. All right. Now, folks, I got a treat the other day, and I watching to see what's going to happen because these children were practicing with Darby, and none other than the Young King. Those of you who may not know who the Young King is, the Young King is King Generic, was on the scene. and I see he grab up one and a ukulele and hold on to it. I mean, it's like he was taking training from Edgy how to hold a ukulele. And he going at it with him. And I said, wow, okay. So, King Generic, you're raising expectations now. So, I guess you're going to be out there too on Saturday. All right? I know from time to time they have the not the fair, but the Saturday market going on.
Yeah.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so it's going to have a crowd there and people to hear and see. So definitely the Calypso Inc. children are on, but you could mark my words. If you don't do it, I gonna call either Bronco or Dr. Christian to check you out, because when a thing sweetie like that, he can't hold himself back, and in generic, they're just as bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I know it's been a journey. You've been working hard. You get that show done in March.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And since then, you had your summer camp.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
6 weeks summer camp, yeah.
Yes, and that was right there in Princess at Dunbarton.
Yeah, our altars on Nate's, not Nate.
Yeah. Anyhow, the bottom line is everybody know it. Even
Right.
if it ain't St. Thomas, they know it ain't Princess. Okay. Okay, Princess, not
Yeah.
St. Thomas Princess, not Princess St. Thomas. But anyhow, on the most serious note, these is the things I tell you, people. You gotta find your community organization and support them, whether it's a little change or a little in-person help or connecting them with the people that can help their program. It is your children, and I don't want you to be complaining the children, because most of the time the adults is the ones to be accountable
This is the most important one.
from the home. Okay, you cannot teach them one thing and expect that they're going to go school and learn something totally different. So from the home, starting there, but also as you don't have to have children. All you have to do is be a part of the community. Find your organization. I'm telling you, Calypso Inc. is among the best to choose, but you got plenty of them out there. And get involved one way or another, either financial support, volunteerism, referrals, or any combination of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But be involved with your community. Get the community you want to see by being involved. That's how you make it happen. Okay, and then the summer camp is done now, and I know you have an ongoing project.
Right.
Talk about that ongoing project.
Well, right now I'm building is about 50 by 42 something. It's a big housing to house our Calypso Inc. children, because it's very difficult now to go in the school, after school program. Because we only got about 3 or 4 school here, and 3 school there and 1 school, and it's very difficult to, cause after 3 o'clock,
They want
teachers,
to shut down.
they're shutting down.
They want to shut down.
Cause
They want to close up.
they getting paid till 3, and they ain't gonna remain there. I mean, let's face it. So I decide, Calypso Inc. decide to have their own building, which we almost completed. Right now, we only got some windows and some tiling, but that's where probably keep our rehearsal with the children. And they can't get wet. The electrical is in, toilet is finished, everything is finished. Just we got to get some chairs and different thing to use into the building.
All right, folks.
So anybody that have anything that they could help us out with, we appreciate it.
All right, and you know Calypso Inc. will ring your name from here till Kingdom Come.
Tell me about it.
Okay, if you help them. So it's one of those things, especially the corporate folks. I want to say that, Calypso Inc. is a 5031c nonprofit, that it is in good standing and has been in good standings for donkey years now
Over 40 years.
with the Lieutenant Governor's office. All right? So, in that sense, if from a business perspective and you want to do something but you need a tax write-off, just know that Calypso Inc. is totally eligible for your donation and to make sure that you get the benefit in terms of a tax deduction if you or write-off if that's one of your concerns. All right. So, folks.
And we have our next thing.
Mhm.
If we can get, since I can't go into the school and thing now, if any parents have children that involved in music, the banjo and the calypso thing, don't be afraid to contact
Okay.
Calypso Inc.
All right. So what's get them your number? Cause you don't respond when people call. That's one thing I give it to you. When people call you, don't respond.
Yeah.
Okay. So get them your number.
Yes. My number is 340-277-9921. The other number to contact will be 340-626-7730. The other number to get.
You're giving too much number, you know.
Yes,
you're
but
mashing up the people.
if we miss one,
I know.
but I prefer you to call any of this number, especially this number. It will be 340-277-9940. And that's Mr. Ron Phillips. Because he easier to get sometime more than me.
Okay.
But they will always have an alternate.
Okay. Yeah. No. I know, but I just tell you from the radio when people listening,
Mhm.
they could get one number good.
Yes.
Three number and the last. Okay.
Right.
Top number and everything. But no, that's all good. Next time we'll have it set up for everything to show the people so that they not only can they see here, but they could also see
Mhm.
in the process. Okay. I wanted to say that one of the real advantages that Calypso Inc. is creating is the ability to work with the children over an extended time in any given day. Because when the school saying we shut it down at 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you have to be out of here, and you know, mommy or daddy or auntie or granny have to choose between, well, but I have to do something for 5:30 and then I could pick them up. You know, Darby and them children won't be there at 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Up to 7 o'clock
Yeah,
if they come for them.
When they come for them, you know, so it's one of those things. You got you know, supervision, you have learning and character building going on all the time in a place that you don't have to worry about those types of things.
Right.
Now, don't abuse it now, you know. Don't bring the soap and the comb and everything and say I'm coming for them tomorrow.
Yes, we will sue them. But we got place for them.
I'll come for them next week.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Come for them next week.
Oh, Lordy me.
Come for them next week.
Oh, Lordy me.
But we had over 35 children at Dunbabin School. And we had them like from 3 right up. The oldest was 14 in the camp. And I mean, it was so many fun with these children. And we actually bring in fire, police. It's not just banjo alone and calypso. It was a open thing for the children to be wise in what happening in the community. You know, we myself had in lawyers, doctors to interview the children and things. So I mean, it was great. It was great.
All right.
It was very, very good. I mean, to me, this was one of the best camp that we ever had.
All right. Well,
You know?
folks, I had a chance to go by, and it was.
Well, you used to be there almost every day, so don't say what.
Yeah, so
You go by.
I mean, being there in a minute.
So I gonna tell you, them children were having fun. Okay, they had a bouncy out there for the closeout, and it started to rain, and just so they want to play the bouncy harder.
Yes.
Jump up and down in the puddles and everything. I tell you what, parents ain't have to bathe them when they come home.
No,
Just
sir.
wipe them down.
And then we had a DJ named Chatter. He came there. He played for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had some good volunteers that came there and thing to help the organization. In what we will accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thank the public for letting the children come out and take part in calypsoing. Next summer camp should be better than this one we just passed. And we had some nice people working. I had Monique Masidan, which is my daughter, Shiniqua, my daughter, Douglas Canton, Generic, Ron Phillips. I mean, those are the members of Calypso Inc. And I got to take off my hat for the...
Don't take off your hat.
My hat, off my head. For Shiniqua and Monique Masidan. I mean, those are the workhorse for the organization. Everybody work, but those are the workhorses in the organization.
Okay.
You know?
What I want you to do for me next time, because I'm going to put you on the spot. You have some young people that walking with you. I know you remember all of the names. Get all the names.
The only name I remember,
no,
so me calling one.
Don't call one.
Yes.
That's right. Don't call one.
And I go thank Labor also.
Yes. The Department of Labor for providing those students that were there as interns / camp assistants.
And also the Sluxer known as Albert Bryant, the governor of the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
He helped us a lot also
Okay. Good thing.
with the program.
Good
Can't
thing.
leave you out.
Good thing. And I say that, we're in the election season again. And I say in our community, you ain't got much forums and things to say you could look at and hear these people talk and so forth and so on, right? But one thing you could do is you could find out who been involved in what in your community. Please, okay? Because you can't fix the problems in your community if they're not aware of the things that happen in the community. And part of that awareness is to be more involved in the things that impact our children, because whatever plans we have, the solutions coming with them, okay? Because the plans we have came here with the ones that came before them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know something, though?
Exactly.
These elected officials under witness protection, you can't find them. They got to come over from under witness protection to
Lord,
get stuff done.
We got to check with DOJ or something to see if they could get permission to surface.
Yeah, because, I mean, come on. This election, what you hear going on?
Oh, Lord. Anyhow.
Well, if you go into the late politics, I was such ashamed for the primary.
Tell me about it.
That turned out the card, boy.
To say that the thing is,
Aye.
the thing is though, we have to take charge of that. And I say we have to take charge of it. I told somebody the other day, they called me with the idea of this thing, reviving this thing to reduce the number of senators. And I told them the number of senators is not the problem. The caliber and their commitment to the community, and when I say caliber, I'm including the skills to deal with financing, to make good common sense decisions, and know how to put the personalities aside to work with other people to get things done for your community. Until the community that does vote for people start voting different, choosing different, choosing based on some criteria that gonna get them what they want. Because I know you don't mean that.
You see, you just hit a point.
Yeah, because they're not team players. And
people around here
no
have a tendency to say, I like he.
Mm-hmm.
A thing what you like is who is capable of doing the job. And we around here just vote very, very, very funny. Liking a person don't have nothing to do with the capability of what a person could do. And this is what we are facing, this kind of problem. Yeah. And I hear it on the street. Me like he because he don't talk to people. Me like because he don't drink rum with we. Me like he because me like how we look. I don't care how we look or what, as long as he could do the job. And I just keep saying that this thing bothered me for years. I can remember Valmy Thomas. Valmy wasn't a guy to drink and be out, things like that. And I hear a lot of people say, not he, me like he don't talk to people in this. But look for the accomplishment that man have done in the community.
Right.
First body to bring in the two best world baseball team, the Yankees and the Red Sox. He bring in Muhammad Ali. He was the president for the horse racing. He's a businessman. I mean, those are the qualities of people you're looking for when you're going to vote.
Right.
Not who you like.
Right.
I'll say this and then we'll transition back into what you was here for. The people, the voting public need to understand this one point, that the people, we, are the CEOs of the government. We need to hire and fire at will. When you go for a job, you get interviewed, and then you get a job, or you don't get a job. But once you get a job and you do perform on a job, what happens? The boss comes down and give you a pink slip and send you home. If you don't perform. But we have people in this government not performing, not doing what they're supposed to do, and we keeping them in there. We need to do like a business and hire and fire at will. When you don't perform, get them out of there.
We're touching on this thing, and I know it's going to just carry on and on.
You know, I just saying that.
I want to come back to the children, because my thing is, of those who are out there, what is their involvement in youth organizations or support of youth organizations or whatever? I mean, you got people who would see that the St. Thomians passed legislation to help the children in St. Thomas, and you have people here in St. Croix that vote to kill legislation to help children here in St. Croix. And my thing is like, St. Thomas ain't doing nothing to what we do to ourselves, right? In that context. So I'm saying we have to look very, very closely at these people and get the information. But it's a community. That's what I wanted to say. It ain't about whether you have 7 senators or 15 senators. Okay, you could have 7 bad ones and 15 bad ones. Okay? You need to choose different. Take responsibility as a community. But anyhow, I want us to take responsibility this Saturday to come down to the agricultural fairground. You could come only and get your vegetables and your fresh egg and all of these things that are going to be there. Yes, but make sure you set your time. What time you want it to be there, Dobby?
They'll be there for 2 o'clock.
For 2 o'clock.
Who come to buy vegetables, just buy the food and remain till 2 o'clock. Don't go home.
Okay, good. Good thing they know.
So Doggy, you're going down there.
I going down there, but I gonna hide behind you because
he go come.
Hide behind me.
Yes, and the legs start to fly. You get your back broader than mine.
Well, I throw legs to you. Remember, I got a bull pistol I to walk with.
Okay, all right, good thing. Good thing. Anyhow.
But I can throw a joke in there. They don't even do things for the seniors and the disabled. So what do you think they're gonna do for the children?
My son,
anyway.
Hope springs eternal. Okay, hope springs eternal. And I say that the least and most among us things should be done for. I have nothing against people who make a lot of money. I have nothing. I definitely have a lot for people in need. I mean, when I bless food, okay, yeah, I do that sometimes. Most of the time, if I ever forget, I get reminded. But when I bless food, one of the things I always add is to for all of those people who don't have and who are in bad situation, that things can be done to help them come out of that situation. I always want to make sure that hope is out there. So if in the case of politicians, if they need a special touch, no, not your kind of bull pistol touch. I mean from the spiritual side of things that they get.
I go pray and it can come spiritual.
with the bull pistol?
Yes.
Good, all right. You bless the bull pistol?
Yes.
And then you put it on them.
Exactly.
You can walk that way too.
Lordy be, our children, anyhow, they community must know. They must know that we're really proud of these children and the things that they do. And there are other organizations, in Olympics we see young people from the Virgin Islands doing great things at the Olympics. So we gotta invest more in our children. I remember when my son was involved in track and field and thing, and we went over to Tortola and they did the high jump, but you know what? They couldn't get the equipment out the way, were locked up down at complex, so that they could even know what high jump was. They learned what it was and not know how to do it when they went to Tortola. And I'm saying we got to change. How are we going to identify children that have a different thing than basketball, a different thing than baseball, a different thing than tennis, unless we expose them? Okay? And even so, I long for the days when I used to see them little leaguers marching through town. Okay? I long for the day of seeing that. I long for the day of the seeing the Boy Scouts doing their thing, the Girl Scouts doing their thing, and getting my Girl Scout cookies, the whole 9 yards. I long for those days. And I'm saying that not to be sad, but to say that, hey, just because things are the way they are now, don't mean that that's the way they have to stay. Okay?
Keep hope alive. Like Jimmy Cliff say, better days are coming.
Right. Now, I was hoping this morning that I would see some folks here from waste management, but either they come in or they ain't coming.
They must
right?
be a flat.
Right. But it gave me more time to reflect on something. Dobby, last night we were sitting down with Mom and we were talking about some things, right? And it came out that when she was attending school at that time, 9th grade graduation, they had at different times the amount of grades you had
Up to 9.
It was up to 9. Yeah. But she was the valedictorian of her class. Okay? And I had a sibling who didn't know that, which it was nice to see the expression on her face and to learn about that. But not only that, as a valedictorian, she had to write a message. And I know I have a copy of it, so I'm going to have to go and dig it up. Okay? And her message was about opportunity. And I remember when I read it, there's something that stood out to me. Okay? And it said, cast your bucket where you are. And this was about the ship that the people them were dying at thirst, and they came in at Salt River, and at a certain point, to Blackish to fresh water, right?
Right.
Okay? Throw down your bucket where you are. Opportunity. And she was saying to me that in these Virgin Islands, yes, we have people that go away to make their fortune for school, for whatever, so forth and so on. But there are opportunities here. But you got to put down your bucket, because you're looking for that fresh water. If you don't put down your bucket, you'll never find it. Because, that's what you do. Throw down the bucket and pull up and check the water, either it's salt, brackish, or whatever it is. You know what you're doing. So I am saying that out there to the folks, because it is still true that you need to cast your bucket where you are. All the opportunity in there, every place else in the world. Okay? Whether it is supermarkets or other types of businesses, here in the Virgin Islands, gas station, cast your bucket where you are. Now, if an opportunity doesn't lie in a particular one of those I mentioned, and I'm not saying that you have to limit yourself to those things, because the reality is our culture needs to be taught and needs to be recorded and needs to be memorialized in a way that our children will have access to it. And our children means the children of Virgin Islands who also move away, who the parents would love for their children to know a little bit more about the island and our culture. Okay? So there's an opportunity there. So let's hopefully cast our buckets and find that freshwater opportunity in that. I just wanted to say that, in terms of the little tidbits that you get from your elders every now and then. So that's what we're talking about with Mom.
Those are the ones that what we're doing today, 90% come from them.
Yeah. Well,
you see?
I know I know you have a golden bucket hanging on your wall because you cast your bucket right here in St. Croix and Calypso ain't going now for
That's
the
right.
past 40 years.
Yeah.
And all the children who have come through and benefited, developed, character that is reflective in the most positive of ways here in the Virgin Islands. Yes, we might have one or two that don't make it for one reason or the other, sometimes for health reasons, sometimes they just made a mistake, and have some of those that turn themselves around and
Right.
pull themselves out. But if you don't invest, you're going to get what you put in.
Right.
You're going to get out what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, as much as sometimes you might feel turned off by certain things here, there's opportunity here. But you have to cast your buckets where you are. If you don't do that, you will never find that
Well,
opportunity.
you got to start from home.
That's right.
Right. So,
That's
Mr.
right.
Dolby,
Yes.
so what's the age limit to join Calypso Inc.?
As long as you could say, Pastor Dobby, I won't go to the bathroom. I can with you.
Okay, Pastor Dolby, I want to go to the bathroom.
You did it. Like you said, so I had about 4 senior citizens last month that is actually coming to class.
So let me ask you a
I
question.
told them already, and they're balling for the fingers. And I said, at your youngest, that's what's going to happen. But don't give up.
But let me ask you a question. Can you teach someone like me with my unique ability?
Yeah, because you don't have to watch to make the changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know the phrase, you just play. Because when I play, I don't have to watch. I don't have to watch.
Let me tell you.
Because Stevie Wonder wasn't watching nothing. You were playing.
That's right.
Music is a thing that you don't really have to see it,
Mm-hmm.
You're musicians. You know what they cause them and you feel it. After a period of years, it becomes natural. And that's what really happened. Because I remember when I started to play flute, me watching out now, you're playing. When the music switch was short to eye, you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. Now, in writing is a little different. Because if you want to put on the paper, you got to know, unless you got a big blackboard and you could write on a blackboard and somebody translates it for you, something like that, But music is not in so much about seeing. It's about hearing and feeling.
Hearing and feeling.
That's
Got
it.
you.
Yeah, that's how it is. But I'm so proud of this organization because in our bylaws, it was to be for every 2 years you get a new president.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a president for life, so we violate the bylaws.
We don't renew you every 2 years. No, we don't even come with that. Let me tell you something.
Wait.
Okay?
Don't tell me you're the VI Trump.
No. This is no cult activity here. This is based on performance. Okay?
Yeah, I'm
so
there.
every 2 years he's a different person.
So to speak.
Yes.
But
yes.
it is fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
It ain't the money part, it is fun to me. Because I just feel good when I see what the training turn out to be. Like right now, the senior for this organization, like who playing the instrument,
Mm-hmm.
there's like 16, 17 the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
And I had them from 5 and 6 years old.
Oh. Okay.
So they live with me.
Mm-hmm.
So in turn now, they turn back and helping me teach the young one them were coming.
Okay.
So
That's
I mean, and that the part does make me feel so good when I watch these children. Say when they used to go watch up to me, I go watch up to them now because they're bigger than me.
Yeah.
But we have a good understanding. None of them have never disrespect me.
Right.
We sit down, we discuss caste structure. I mean, these children is thing like the roof asked me the other day, when the new set coming, because they're going soon. I said, don't worry, man, I got about eight young ones coming to take over.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it don't hurt my heart for they to go. I wish you could go to college here so I could see them and have them with me.
Right.
You know? Because, I mean, let's face it, I had children with me that the parents them say, I done with them. What you do with them? I ain't able. I said, no problem. And he with me up to now. I mean, he used to fight, put out a class every day, and I don't call the fighter. And right now, when I watch it, I go watch it like this. He watching down at me now, and he's still with me. I have his son. Me, you know, I don't know how he come to the Rivera School. His father bring him, and he take off from there.
Yeah, and you know, and I want to say I want to say and reinforce the community. Exposure is the biggest tool in your toolbox. If you can expose these children to different things, give them a chance to find who they are and what it is about. And I say that I came to Derby Place and I brought my son with me, and I gonna tell you folks, let me set it up so you could see it. Derby was on the other side of the room, my son was on the other side of the room, far opposite he, and the ukulele jumped out of Derby hand, fly through the air into my son's hand. Okay? And just so he was playing it. All right? Yeah, I exaggerate a little bit, okay? You know, I'll be honest, I did exaggerate a little bit. But it wasn't far from that. Because this young man who ain't touched the instrument before, by the time he left there, he was strumming card and making song. And today, he makes his own, really, he entered into a contest the other day for Vitima, and he won that. He had a talent. But if he
need to expose.
If he was never exposed to the type of situation, who knows?
And the beauty with this particular 3 children that I have, they could play the drums, they could play the banjo, they could play the keyboard. In other words, we could switch them around. And that's the beauty of it. We could switch them around. And they could play. They're going to play. And it is fun when we sit down and we discussing card structure. You know, these 3 boys is great. I mean, I'm very proud of these guys. But I mean, the things that they could do. They're more far advanced than me when I started. You know, and they love what they're doing.
Right.
Because they could play from soul to Latin. Me exaggerating, but they could fit there.
Yeah, and not only that, wherever you think they may not fit, introduce them to it, and they rise to the challenge. And I've seen it.
Because, like, for example, it was Saturday, we are practicing a particular song, and he was beating him, and, you know, we get through it. Now we know it, without any argument or anything. We said, let's try again. Sometimes, if something bothering them a while, I said, leave it alone, man. Then we got somewhere else. But coming back for it after 15, 20 minutes. Because you can't beat something in somebody's head over it, because after a while, it's confusing to the brain. You go take a recess.
Yeah, take a break
and come back. And you think about it. But we don't have fun. We don't have fun. I don't have fun with these children. And I have some younger one coming now that I teaching them more cards than when them 3 big one was before, because we have taken G and C alone, consort, 440. Now I get them playing in E flat, B minor. These younger one now is learning faster than when they started.
Well, let me just say this real quick, okay? sometimes we as parents have a tendency to, or I won't even want to say parents, you know, because when it's something about when people become a parent, sometimes they get safi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, oh, that's too much. You can, and it's like, no. In my younger days, for Easter, we had to have a recitation,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to learn our recitation, go up on the stage and say the recitation.
Recite it.
Now they letting them go up with a piece of paper to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they letting them go up with a cell phone to call themselves trying to read it off the cell phone. All right, and we have lowered the bar. It's just like learning your times table. 1 through 12, they're in my head forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not a calculator, but 1 through 12, they're in my head forever. And in that sense, we as a community have to make sure that we are challenging our children so that they can understand the possibilities as well as their own limitations, because some people may not be good at memorizing, okay, but we'll never discover their talent if we don't give them a situation to show us.
And right, and like you said, so I believe, well, we no crucial people make up word. I believe because of this instrument that causing Alzheimer's, because we are not using the brain enough. We are Alzheimer's at a younger age, because you
taking in everything through this,
right,
pulling up the brain like the hard drive.
you know, right. So the more that you could recite something, the brain is always active.
Yep.
But because the brain was made to work, but this have limit us. Well, it's like, okay, what sense raising a cow and I could go and buy a box of milk?
Well, let me tell you, right? You know, I saw a cartoon, and the children, they're up in the room and the gadgets, and they look out the window, and they have these children playing outside. And he said those poor children, they don't have the toys that we have. The children, they're outside playing, having a good time. They know what they're missing. And I say that because as a parent, I said, there we go. Where are we going? What do you mean, where are we going? I said, we're going crazy. That's what I tell them. Because the amount of time that I have taken children out where they were reluctant, oh, got to go, and then, let me go, man. Let me just go crazy. And by the time we get back down the road, it's like, best day ever. I had so much fun. I said, oh, really?
Yeah, because they've been away from the roadblocks and so, right?
Yeah,
that's what's up. So you, Pastor Dobby, so you're telling me because I have this unique ability, I gotta memorize everything, I might not be a good candidate for Alzheimer's?
No.
That's what you're saying? 'Cause my brain hyperactive.
Yeah, because, this is how I feel. Because, okay, years ago, we used to call it doting. And it used to be people like in 80s going down the line.
Right.
Today, people at 50 years are Alzheimer's.
Yeah, well,
because I feel that this is how I feel like I don't mean that I'm right. Because the brain, I know about 60 numbers in my head. I don't have to go to this instrument.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Dobby.
You see?
That may have something to do with it, but nutrition is a big part of it. And I say that just a personal situation I was dealing with, where, I love can, for instance, right? But I deliberately cut back on can because high cholesterol.
That's what they say.
Okay? Well, that's what they say. But the thing is, cholesterol have a way of interfering with the brain, okay? In this sense, you get medication to deal with cholesterol, but the medication have a side effect on the brain, right? So if you could get yourself in a situation where you don't need the medication in the first place, in other words, sometimes we don't do things that in a roundabout way coming back to mess with things. But no, I agree with you 1,000%. We need to have our children to have those type of activities that they can develop physically, mentally, as a matter of character, without depending on the gadget.
But what you said just now
Mhm.
make a lot of sense too.
Mhm.
Nutrition, right? Okay.
I know you are nutrition man.
90, 85%
Mhm.
of what I drink is what I make.
Mhm.
Because I call me the chemist. The locals and our local fruits is why I make juice to drink out of.
Mhm.
I don't got to, if I, very I will go to Wendy's or any of them place. And if I go to buy anything, it got to be the fry alone. So I try a way to keep away from. No, I can't, nobody can get me eat no chicken from Kentucky and all them thing. Them old chicken there. With the hoop of steroid and thing in them, I don't think. Which you know I got my chicken in the yard, my eggs in the yard and thing. Those are what I eat. Our local people will say, yak, me eating them things because eat cockroach and eat this and that. But when you really go through and see how these chicken are being fed, a chicken could be 10 days old and he don't weigh 10 pounds.
Yeah, the way of force feed them and all the chemicals and everything.
Exactly. So we turn back and we eat them now. So it they're in our system because you are what you eat.
Yeah.
And that is our big problem. Our foreparents was the ground. Like you were saying, again, high cholesterol. From the time I started to test, go to doctors. My cholesterol have always been high, but they ain't gonna choke me with nothing.
Oh yeah,
Because I do exercise almost
right.
every day. And they say exercise good for that.
Right. And there's no one size fits all because your cholesterol for your body might be working according to how your body works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But let me try.
Because when you say about cholesterol again, then the whole of the Bahamas should get cholesterol.
Yeah.
Because 90% of what they eat from the sea,
Yeah.
conch,
Well,
and all those type of things. So and so sometimes the doctor science is a funny thing. They tell you what they learn, but the practicality when it boils down. People don't ask me, you go there and steroid. How you stay playing baseball at this young age? How you this? How you that? How you, I said I don't know. And when it boil down, all these children that are around me, whatever they're doing, I teaching them. I doing it. I don't run race with them. We got 40 race. I don't do it with them. So I'm with them.
exactly.
Me ain't just telling them what to do.
The balance.
I am doing it.
The balance. There has to be a balance.
See?
Sedentary behaviors, laying down on the couch all day watching CNN. I don't know how they could watch CNN all day, but I know people who do. And it don't matter what it is they watch. The sedentary behavior, we know how you gotta get up and move.
Yeah,
You have to get
the
up
lack
and
of
move.
activity.
Yeah. But let me tell you something by way of I call it humorous thing here, bigging up Department of Health. You know about WIC, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I make
well,
jingles for them.
Yeah, well, WIC had a PSA in which it say breastfed is best fed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, I confess, okay? I am a breastfed baby
I too.
and I love my milk. Okay? So, and not only that, I have to find something else to drink because the opioids for pain, but they have a problem, you get addicted to it, okay? And even though the doctor give it to you in good conscience to help you with the pain, and you end up addicted to it. Now we have a new thing that has turned off the brain from wanting the opioid, right? it's a therapeutic drug, but it basically does keep the person from becoming a drug addict. Well, I gotta find something like that for me and milk. Okay.
You like milk. You like milk.
Okay. So now I started having this issue where I started having like itching from my all of my arm up and down my shin down to my ankle out of the blue. All right.
Look at the age.
And one day I went and I'm looking at the things that I consume. I figure it's coming, if it's not a condition, then it's coming from something I'm eating. Well, one day I went and I looked at the thing on the milk bottle, right? And it has changed. They have a part in there that says there is no evidence that genetically modified cows or whatever, that the milk is any da 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 da. I said, wait, no, they're doing things to this milk. Because long ago, milk was milk. Now, they're doing all of these things that is genetically modified, this, that, and the other. I stopped drinking milk, brother, and doing good. I ain't
Don't get this no more.
I don't have that problem anymore. Okay? I mean, the only problem I have now is when I see the container of milk I want some.
You want to go there?
So I have to find some type of medication that's going to turn off that addiction of mine in that sense. So yeah.
Don't worry, I'll give you something else, but I got a wire brush you could scratch your itch with.
No. It tear me up.
We get away too much from natural, and we gone into the chemical stage. Everything they inject something in this, they do that, they do the other, and everything like that. And the way the hope of medication, as you just said, it might help one thing and affect the other thing. So I drink soursop tea in the morning and in the night. My eggs them are natural. My chicken what I eat is natural within the yard, which you know, within the yard. So I try to keep away from that type of thing. Because people say, but Dub, you don't get old. You look the same way all the time. Because they don't know what I'm doing. And then exercise. I never stop exercise. I look at say 3-4 times a week. The things that I used to do as a child, I still doing it. But I cannot, if I used to run 50, I can't run 50 again. But I'm still doing it. We around here have a tendency to say, man, I done with that, I old. You put old on yourself. Mentally, they're not going to act like what you say. Then the other people them again now will say, he playing young. You know, don't care what ton. They mean because you reach a certain age, you should done. It's wrong. Nobody can expect you to be 20 years at 50 years. Okay. But you could still do what you used to do, moderate. Because you won't kill yourself. If you used to do 30 laps when you were 20, you could do 10. But you're still doing it. But you're going to just stand so and done because you reach a certain age. Like a supervisor I used to call Paul Wolf. He's a first to time. He said, there'll be nobody fool, you know. Aging begin at 40, you know. Pain begin at 40.
Well, anyhow, let me just say this. You got national politics going on, right?
Yeah.
You got national politics going on. Okay? And I have this one candidate for a position in national politics talk about postmenopausal women. Okay?
What I mean?
Come into that.
Oh.
Okay. You know, nature have that time when a woman is no longer childbearing, and sometimes they go through a process called menopause.
Menopause. Okay. Right. Yeah.
And that at that time, you are supposed to commit yourself, just like a monk or a nun,
Right,
to a
right.
certain type of life
Mhm.
and only look after grandchildren and great grandchildren and so forth and so on. You know? And I just how you say, but because you get a certain age, you're supposed to done. Well, I went to that school
Because that's how we think.
until that candidate come and you just mentioned that. I said, oh no, it makes sense. Well, that's what you're supposed to done.
No.
Well, unfortunately, Dobby, you have some people who went to that school, okay? And so when you hear divorce or other thing happening or whatever, it's because when you get a certain age, you're supposed to done.
Well, we don't subscribe to that. Okay, we don't
Alright.
subscribe to that.
Me, I can't tell you people, me ain't done in it.
Well,
And I'm
so
gonna say this, cause this program is for the young and old. You know,
It's a nice conversation.
the I Can Connect program. You know, if you know someone who has significant hearing and vision loss, whether they're young or old, the I Can Connect program can help. Go to icanconnect.org or you can call 340-692-4267 to inquire about how you can qualify for the I Can Connect program, or for more information, go to icanconnect.org. And remember, this program is for the young and old.
Hold on. Hold on a while.
well,
Hold on.
yeah,
This is a lady for the show
for the show.
for
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah, for coming on Saturday.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You're on the air, and I am doing well. Okay, but I want you to hold on for just a quick second because I have a slight thing of humor here. I have to ask my co-host. So just hold on for a quick second, right? Okay.
Sure. Thank
So
you.
Jared,
Yes, sir.
what you're telling me then is that because you blind, you done?
No, me done.
Okay. Anyhow, yes,
I was
ma'am.
never done.
Please introduce yourself to our community. We were talking about this program that's coming up on Saturday, and
Sure.
tell us a little bit about what we should expect in addition to these bright children from Derby.
Sure. Well, I want to say a pleasant good morning to everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. My name is Empress Aishiba, and I am the elected president of the Ethiopian World Federation, local number 5 on St. Croix. And this Saturday at the Agriculture Fair Market, we will be having an event called Constitution Day on Saturday, August 24th, and it starts at 3 p.m. Constitution Day because His Majesty Haile Selassie left a self-governing document for us as Black people. And we want to make sure that people are educated as to what we can do to sustain ourselves. So in honor of August 25th, we are having the event August 24th. So what can people expect? Well, as Pastor Derby, King Derby is there, he has a nonprofit organization called Calypso Inc., and he would be performing with the youth. He's going to educate people to let them know what his organization is about, as well as his youth are going to perform for the event. We're going to have some speakers to talk to our people to uplift them. We're going to have some entertainment. We have the Moko Jumbies. We have some drumming taking place. And we also have entertainment from the VI Fire Band, and they will be backing artists Omo Lioness, Empress Ma'a, Ras Batch, and his Empress Ima for the event. And we also have other speakers that are coming in to do poetry, and we have someone from Small Business Administration coming in. So for the day, it's about people being educated, people being aware, and just letting ones know to remind ourselves of us being kings and queens and what we need to do to move as a nation.
All right, fantastic. The spirit is in the mix that you just happen to call King Dobby at this time, and I'm so happy that we got you. You have a fantastic ad on WSTX, and I thank you for supporting this community-minded station, and likewise, we want to be of support to you in your endeavor also. Okay?
Oh, yes. Well, I want to say thank you for the opportunity in allowing me to let everyone know. Please come on out this Saturday, and there's a $10 donation fee as well. The Ethiopian World Federation Local Number Fund. We are also a nonprofit agency. Just wanted to let you all know that. And once again, give thanks for the support and the opportunity.
All right, fantastic. Pastor Dobby,
Yes.
I have to stick with you, because you every time I hang out with you, I don't get to meet interesting people. Okay, and especially a lot of them who are doing things in our community
for the community, yeah.
That to make it a better place. Yes,
yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build the
because
community.
Because you want to know what? Because we have a responsibility for each other as brothers and sisters, and in order for us to succeed and to make moves, we really need to get together. It's interesting how Pastor Derby and I met as well, and then here we are. So I'm just so grateful to be a part of him and his organization, because it's about the youth as well. We want to leave a legacy for the youth. We want the youth to see that there is something that they can be a part of, so that way they can carry on the legacy. So Pastor Derby, I love you and give thanks for what you continue to do, because it is about the next generation. And we just want everyone to say thank you so much for the support.
Thank you also.
You're welcome.
You're right.
All right, so.
Mm-hmm.
And Dobby, you don't carry luck with you everywhere you go.
He looks so. He looks so, my son.
All right.
Well, you want to know when your heart is good, and no one is perfect, but when your heart is good and you mean well for your brothers and your sisters, you have to succeed. You have to.
Right.
That's the only way.
All right. Well, earlier I was telling them about this valedictorian message for the Virgin Islands many years ago, and it was about opportunity. Mm-hmm. And the core message is to cast your buckets where you are. In other words, to invest where you are, to explore where you are, because very often people think you have to go someplace else to find opportunity, and there are plenty of instances here where opportunity just awaits those to reach out and grasp it. And our children are part of our opportunity, as well as spreading the message, the word, the good thoughts that help the community to identify itself and strengthen itself and move forward. Yes, we have opportunity here, and I'm glad that you are doing your part in spreading the word of opportunity here.
Yes, and if I may, I would really love to read the preamble of the Constitution because of what you just shared. May I please?
All right, go right ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. It says, we, the Black peoples of the world, in order to effect unity, solidarity, liberty, freedom, and self-determination, to secure justice and maintain the integrity of Ethiopia, which is our divine heritage, do hereby establish and ordain the Constitution for the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated. You see those words, unity, solidarity, liberty, freedom, self-determination, to secure justice. This is what we have to remember to move forward with for our people, because that's the only how we're going to work together and get to the destination for self-sufficiency.
Yes, all the positives, because negative is a fact of life, but negative should never be a divider in life. If you focus on the positive, you get past the negative.
And you're absolutely right, because that's how your brain begins to rewire itself and heal. with the positive experiences, with the support systems, like Pastor Derby and you and so many other brothers and sisters. We have to continue to spread that type of message so our brain can rewire itself. And that's the only way, and that's what we support wholeheartedly.
All right. Well, the Spirit definitely made sure that you made this call this morning, and I'm thankful that King Dobby was here so we could share it in the process. And thank you, and much success in what you're doing. I'll see you down there on Saturday.
See you on Saturday. And I was calling him to tell him I was going to pick him up to go to WXTS for Ras Isaiah's program. That's what I was calling him to tell him. And here he is right there.
Here he is.
Unbelievable.
Right there.
But it's divine. You know what I mean, brother? It's about divine order. That everything lines up as it's supposed to line up. So to everyone who's listening, thank you so much for the support. Make sure you come out this Saturday, August 24th at the Agriculture Fairgrounds. And it's for Constitution Day, and we love you.
All right. You have a great day, and see you again in the studio.
Have a pleasant day.
All right.
Yes.
Take
care. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Okay. You want to do it this morning?
Well, that's the thing. I'm going to be on Ras Isaiah's program for 10:30, so I will be there.
Okay, so he'll be here.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So Pastor Derby, just stay right there, okay?
Me ain't going away, my son.
All right.
Thank you. I'll see you shortly.
All right.
All right, good.
Okay, give thanks. Take care.
Yeah. You see how things are what?
That's right.
Me ain't going away, my son.
It's a good thing we connect this morning,
right.
you know, because it just everything just falling in place. All right. Well, you know, it's about 13 minutes before the hour of 10. And as usual, folks, I always try to encourage you to do a random act of kindness. No. Please, the key word here is
act.
Kindness.
Act.
There's a certain gentleman in here who
act.
wants to just do a random act, but I am emphasizing kindness, okay? And on top of that, I am pleading with you, I'm begging you to overlook the human nature tendency to only focus those acts on people you like. Please.
Even if you don't like them, do a random act.
That's right. Even if you don't like them, can't stand them, they'll batter you up, you think they're disgusting, do a random act of kindness. Because I'm going to tell you, the mere fact that person is in your mind as disgusting, this, that, and the other, the mere fact, when that person leaves this earth, you will miss them. And you could stay here and profess profoundly that never happened.
No, never happened. You're going to miss them, all right, because you ain't going to get nobody else to hate.
Exactly. You're going to miss them, all right? So be unsparing in the use of random acts of kindness, all right?
And
love's in need of love every day. Spread the love, folks. Spread it around.
And I'm going to pick up for Doug and say good morning to those of you watching on YouTube. And I know we don't have Facebook, but good morning to those of you on YouTube, on TuneIn, on regular transistor radio throughout the world. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Reflections.
All right. Okay, well, one day at a time, one step at a time, and the world is full of all types of cycles, and I talk with people about having a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 10-year plan, because many of the things that you see manifesting now are because someone came up with a plan, worked that plan, and over time was able to reap the fruit of their how should I say it, persistence in following up with that plan. Now, there's so many things are going on in our community that we're just kind of like, just running right along. Okay, I had I said but it's really the community of having this water outage happen in Christiansted over the past 2 days. It seems to have been resolved. All right. Once upon a time, once upon a time, things would happen with WAPA services, and someone would call a radio station, make it a point to call a radio station, and alert the community that hey, this is going on. Yes, you're going to be inconvenienced. I can't tell you right now when it's going to be fixed because they're investigating the extent of it. But as soon as they get that information, I'm going to get back to you. And sure enough, they would get back to you. Now, sometimes they knew how soon it was going to get fixed, and they could say, well, okay, it should be done by later today or whatever the case is. But what this communication did, it gave WAPA a community connection, a community connection that's different than just sending out a recorded PSA. Because people got the opportunity to interact with WAPA on a different level. You know, and those conversations, it was never about the bills and this, that, and how high the bills are and this, that, and that. No, it wasn't that way because the purpose of the call was not about that. Okay, I would like to see the day that WAPA could somehow devolve or re-evolve into having that type of a connection. If the water is off, the water is off. If I have to go across town or down the road to take a bath or whatever the case may be, or take my child across the town or across the road to be able to get prepared for school, I can do that if I know that I need to do that. It would be an inconvenience, but I can do that, okay? And somehow I would like to see us get back to that type of a relationship with WAPA. It don't mean that people are going to stop cussing WAPA for other things. You know, I understand that. But the thing is, that direct interaction with the community is missing. It's gone. But it can come back. Once upon a time, we used to have a songbird of the airwaves that came on and interacted with the people on behalf of WAPA in a way that no matter how upset the people were, they appreciated the fact that power gone, but I know that somebody knocked down the pole from a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know there's nothing you could do about that.
Right.
Nobody in the plant, nobody in WAPA, nobody did anything to you. And at that point, you could say, well, I hope nobody got hurt. I hope da. And yes, okay, and we'll be patient because we know you got to fix the pole. It was a fire at the pole or whatever the case may be. It makes a difference, okay? And I'm going to go in. Hello, line one. Hello?
Yeah, doggy. What's that? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. But hold on for a second. Just want to make sure you didn't hang up, okay? And I want to share with people an experience, and I'll talk about this over and over and over that I had at WAPA. When I was working at WAPA, I came out into the hallway, and somebody yelled out, "Dog Canton!" And in my mind, I'm thinking somebody who ain't seen me in a long time and so forth and so on, okay? So the person went on to say, well, how come we only have one teller and it got two teller windows and it got this long line of people? And with that, everybody's face turned back and everybody watching me. So all I could do was tell the truth.
Right.
Okay? And the truth was, as I told them, I said, well, we usually have two tellers, actually three, so that they could rotate out for lunch and whatever else. One of the tellers went out to lunch and somebody knocked them down. Truth and fact. Okay? And so now we're down to two, and you know, they do have to eat, so they have to rotate out, so at some point in time you will only have one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could see the change on everybody's face. They understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But you know what? Once I got out of there, I make sure I didn't cross that way again until customer service was done for that day. Simply because that for that 15, 20, 25 minutes that those who heard understood, right? Once a time passed, everybody feel it all over again, you know, in that sense. So I just want to say it's important that WAPA somehow reinvent their public relations interaction with the community. You don't have to give an answer for everything right then and there, but when you let people know, hey, we have a problem here, whether it's water or power, and as a result, some of you are going to be without power, I'm going to get back to you with more information about how long it's going to take to fix and so forth and so. It goes a long, long, long ways in the community when you can have that type of rapport with the community. We had it before, bring it back. Okay? Yes, Dan Tito, back to you now.
Listen. Morning.
Morning.
It sounds like you were thinking on your feet like the pastor.
I had better. The guy had a lynch. He had a lynch mob in that room right there.
Listen, you have a religious deliverer right in the studio, you know.
Which one of us?
You got a religious deliverer right in the studio, so when you hang around good people like that, good things will happen. God bless you, King Dobby, for all that you do for these Virgin Islands.
Yeah, thank you, man.
You know, we know you're old, but you ain't cool. So
no.
Anyway you go represent we. People will want to know if we don't get old on any Virgin Islands. You know.
Thanks, man.
God bless you. And talk more about that program, because I just come in and I ain't catch the whole show that you're having. So talk about it before you leave. But Doggy, you're good like the pastor. I want a church just like his church. I could turn my house into a church. Trust me, take care.
I ain't going nowhere near that church.
me want wrong there neither.
The man say I can only come and cut grass. So me not go there.
No man, his church safe. You can't go in, but you could come around.
No.
Anyhow.
All right, take care, guys.
Okay, man. Thanks for calling in.
Again to that time. Glad to hear your voice. All right.
Line 2.
Yes. WSTX.
Yeah, I had laughing my head off. Good morning, King Derby, Pastor Massendon.
Yes.
I'm bringing greetings from St. Thomas. How you doing?
Well, I ain't doing bad so far. I ain't sick, so they're good.
Yeah, long time no see.
Can you come in St. Croix?
Well, I haven't been there for a while. The last time was when you had that big Bangalang wedding.
Oh.
That was a wedding, brother.
Yeah, that was really a wedding for true.
That was a wedding.
Yes.
But quickly, I need you to do a revision, a rewriting, a rebroadcasting of your song, We Hate One Another Too Long.
Oh, yes.
Because past I sure you would agree that is the problem we have.
Too often.
Don't like one another.
So that's a bad song, yeah.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So when you sharp your pencil and you could strum the guitar in the key of Z, you could do see if you could do another thing on it for me.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Okay, Tad, man.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, man.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
That's true, that.
Well, folks, it's that time. We gone, but Dobby gonna hang around because he gonna be over by Rasa Isaiah here talking about these young people that he working with. Okay, it's that time, folks.
Yeah, we gotta go because the marshal don't come in the room.
My son, I telling you.
And then woman Marshall don't play around.
No, sir.
Oh, that there woman Marshall.
All right, and you see, she making a point to have at least 3 sets of shackle and belts.
That makes me sound terrible. I thought Robert was that.
Oh, no, man. It's all good. It's all good. All with love, folks. WSTX, your community-minded station. Until next Thursday with Reflections. Doug and Jerry. Yeah, and maybe a taste of Derby again. Who knows?
Yes,
All
it's
right.
that
Till
time
then.
again. Join us in celebration of the 87th anniversary of the Ethiopian World Federation. Saturday, August 24, 2024 at the Agricultural Fairground. Keynote speaker hailing from New York City, Dr. James Winborn, International Executive President of the EWF. Musical performance by Ras Batch, Empress Aima, Omo Lioness, Empress Ma'a, all backed by the VI Fire Band. Selecting live yours truly, Sound Supreme, Calypso Inc., and Alkebulan Empress Sounds.